Hey y'all, welcome back to Poplar Creek Farm. I'm angry, I am frustrated, and I kind of want to throw in the towel with the garden. And it's only May. It's not even June yet. Something is eating my tomatoes and my peppers. Primarily tomato plants. I have lost quite a few peppers as well though. And I'm extremely frustrated right now. So as of last night, when I counted, I had lost 57 tomato plants. The majority of them are in this first row. I'll show you guys how many rows or how many holes are empty. Gone, gone, bunch gone, and more. So we have a live trap out, as you see, because there's also a bunch there. 57 total. I think it's a bunny. It's a bunny or a groundhog or something like that. Because most of them are like this, chopped off. That one doesn't have anything in it, but there's one chopped off in there. And sometimes they're laying there. Like this one is new because this one wasn't like this yesterday. But lopped off. I can replant this part, but honestly, it's pretty floppy, so I don't know if it'll grow. So my plan is I have some extra tomatoes that I'd given to my neighbor. I had some that I'd left and then I'd given some to my neighbor, and she didn't need them all. So I did go ahead and take some back. She was like, if you want them back, take them back. Like, I don't need them all. So I did, but I do not have 57 worth. So what I will do as time goes on, but it's going to be slow and it's going to be behind where I would normally be, I will take off suckers and I will root the suckers in. But obviously I need to stop whatever is eating them now, or it's not going to matter if I replant them because they'll just get eaten again. Peppers I can't really do that with. I don't think there's any way to propagate peppers. And if there is, please let me know. I will look into that as well. But obviously peppers are different, and so there's not suckers on them to propagate. But like, I mean, you can see sections of these peppers that are just gone, just totally gone, which is just devastating because it's not like I can just pop another seed in the ground. You know, they're things that took time to start. I started the peppers back in I want to say March. I started the tomatoes back in very beginning of April. So it's not like I can just restart. It's not easy to just reset and restart and, you know, start from scratch. I can buy more plants, but I really don't want to spend the money on more plants. I've already spent money on the seeds. I've already spent money on the soil. I already spent money on the energy to, you know, run the grow lights. I don't want to put more money into it, especially if they might just get eaten. So it's extremely frustrating. I feel very like just beat the heck down. You know, I've struggled with the garden the last couple years, you know, weeds galore. This row isn't planted, so that's why I don't care about the weeds right now. I'm going to chop them up and then I'll retail that. But you know, you can even see the grass or weeds are growing right back onto the walkways, which is fine on the walkways. So I have the corn area too, which I can't really do anything about until I know exactly where the rows of corn are. And the corn's really not popping up much either. It's been dry again. Like, I'm just beat down. I'm very frustrated, but I have options and I have things I can do to kind of get more tomato plants without paying more money. But again, I need to figure out how to stop it. So after doing a lot of research, reading a lot about what I could do to deter pests, specifically groundhogs and rabbits, I am going to make a stinky, spicy spray. So basically cayenne pepper and garlic are two things that I guess deter these pests. The more fragrant they are and the more like spicy and things, the better. So I have cayenne pepper. I have garlic powder, but I really don't want to use that garlic powder when I have a source of garlic. Let me show you. So over in our wood line here, we have two compost piles that we rotate through. So that was our compost pile for last year, and that is now, we are not adding to that anymore. We we'll use that next year. This is the one we had added to and then used previously. And actually this last year we left and it grew squash, quite a few gourds. There's actually one on the ground that was left through winter. But I must have dumped a large amount of garlic in here because all that is garlic. Obviously there's weeds galore in here, and we will backblade this with the tractor to be able to start adding to this, but tons of garlic. So and I don't need this much garlic. Like, this is insane. And I have garlic actually in the compost pile over there too, that was from last year that's doing really well, and I'm going to just kind of leave that and use that. But I mean, it's everywhere. Obviously these are not ready for harvest. That almost, no, that's definitely garlic. Either way, whatever it is, garlic or onion, I'm pretty sure it's garlic, but I don't need this many. That's a lot through here. So I'm going to take a bunch of this and lay it all around the tomato plants, and then I'm going to make a spray with the cayenne pepper and some garlic, and spray it on the tomato plants, the pepper plants, to deter the pests. I'm not going to do it this morning because obviously at this point the sun's out, and if I spray the plants, they're just going to burn. But this evening I'm going to do it, and I'll do it every evening because if it rains, I'll do every evening if it rains. We don't want to end up it just washing off and not doing anything. But I don't really want to plant anymore until I know that this works. So that's my plan for today. So I am literally just going to take bunches of this and lay it kind of in the walkways, or like right around on the black fabric next to the tomato and pepper plants. I've got tons, so I might as well use it all. And I really hope this helps. Obviously, once the plants are bigger and stronger, the pests won't bother them as much because they're not going to be able to eat a giant tomato plant, but they have to be able to get to that point. And right now, they're just getting killed before they can even really grow at all. I'm also going to collect, we mowed, and I'm going to collect a bunch of mulch, grass clippings, and use that around plants as well to see if that helps deter things. But it's worth a shot. If you guys have any other suggestions, options, things that have worked, please let me know because I'm desperate. Guys, look, I have a broccoli. It's definitely gonna open up soon, so I probably should pick it. It's tiny, but I don't care. I have one. There's another one. If you guys have watched for a while, you know that broccoli is it hates me, and I struggle. Normally it just bolts for me. So I'm gonna get this going. I'm gonna get garlic laid out everywhere, and I will let you guys know how it works. I will keep you guys updated. I'm very hopeful it works, because if not, pretty much I will not have a tomato harvest this year because they just keep disappearing more and more. And it's so maddening, so maddening. On a positive note, I got into my bees yesterday. I did get stung a couple times, but I have 6 hives that made it through winter, 6 out of 9. One is a little bit weaker than the others, but the 5 are very strong, and every single hive has a honey super on it already, and some of them will probably need a second one here shortly. So that's exciting. I said to my husband last night, I said, we might not have tomatoes, but we'll have honey. At least we'll have honey. Look, there's strawberries too. These are first year plants. That's insane. A bunch of them are blooming. I don't know if I'm supposed to let them, but honestly, I'm going to. I'm pretty excited about that. Obviously, I need to get in here and weed, but that is so exciting. Well, guys, it's gonna be 90 degrees today, so I'm gonna get right to work. I'm gonna get all this garlic laid out, get the grass clippings collected, and mulch things, or at least collect them. I might not get to mulching today, but we'll see. I have some weed whacking to do as well, so I need to do it before it gets up to 90 degrees. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Remember, we're growing today for a better tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one.